with other intersections.
The answer is along the way.
Man, an enlightened.
What, they popped it onto their face and they put it up.
His own free will.
Such unthinkable violence.
Didn't really address that much.
So one day, when August comes to mind,
We can hope.
Khuấy nắng vào nồi cơm đang.
Same semester I failed my college.
Have lost.
With his dingy vocabulary.
Beautiful when reflected in it.
Specialized classes.
He'd been involved with various older women.
But this.
Stay, and he'd give my grandma.
Not broken up.
Who grew in numbers by the day.
It's been 2 months.
Taste this time, she swears.
Broken or sound.
as the lawlessness of the...
I was 4 years old.
My grandson, who adores and
lived it until I was 12 years old.
Our training course the previous winter.
Sketching and making.
Wendy Besel Hahn is the nonfiction editor of Grace and Love and Furious Gravity, 2 volumes from the Grace and Gravity anthology series that includes women writers from the Washington, D.C. area. In August 2016, Hahn attended the Bread Loaf Writers Conference. She earned an MFA in creative nonfiction writing from George Mason University in 2008. Hahn's work has appeared in Huffpost Personal, The Washington Post, Sojourners, Hippocampus, and elsewhere. A flash fiction piece about reproductive rights titled About That Package appears in her anthology Audacious Women, published in March 2024.
I'm Wendy Besel Hahn, and the piece that I wrote is based on a persona, Emma Kowalski. She is a nurse practitioner who's treated patients. So that was kind of the point of view that I used in writing a letter to Brett Kavanaugh, in which I fictitiously send a package containing my mother's uterine sarcoma to his office. This is Wendy Besel Hahn reading a flash fiction piece about that package that was previously published in Audacious Women. Dear Honorable Justice Brett Kavanaugh, if you're reading this, I trust my package cleared the mail room. I imagine the handlers in their hazmat suits using radiation to neutralize the glass jar filled with formaldehyde and human tissue. I assure you, such protocol was futile. My mother's uterine sarcoma survived all previous medical attempts to shrink it. Please consider the specimen a token of my disapproval. Several years ago, I came here to the Supreme Court with my 12-year-old daughter to protest, but you refused to hear appeals to Indiana's law forcing women to bury or cremate fetal remains after miscarriages and abortions. Now you've gone further. I never would have thought of sending a piece of Mom, but the coroner said the mass in her uterus was about the size of a mango. As someone who uses common fruits to help pregnant women visualize their fetuses, I couldn't dismiss the parallel. I hope you keep the specimen in your chamber. Perhaps you ought to place it next to your office Bible, the one where you've highlighted Matthew 25, to remind yourself of the least among us whom you've vowed to serve. When you see it, I hope you'll think about the patients I've treated in my women's clinic, the ones who don't have money for birth control, who rely on food stamps to feed their children. I didn't send a picture of my own daughter. I figure you have 2 of yours. Oh. I'm curious what you tell them about consent and about their maturing bodies. I hope they never have to treat a patient like the immigrant woman from El Salvador who was so desperate to avoid another baby that she destroyed her own womb. Lest you discount my letter as the rantings of a wayward Catholic nurse, I want you to know I held my mother's hand on her deathbed as the tumor ate away her insides. I recited Hail Mary so many times that the words fruit of thy womb became fruit of thy tomb. During her funeral mass, I eulogized her underneath the portrait of the Black Madonna. I want you to know there's more than one way to be a Catholic. Sincerely, Emma Kowalski, nurse practitioner.
We've gathered such an incredible community of strong, fierce, creative women whose voices and art can continue to change the world for the better. There's so much work to do. First, let's finish this job. Make sure your vote counts. Help us sustain and grow this beloved community by donating money, volunteering time, or by telling your friends about us. With your help, we'll be able to provide a wider platform for artists, produce higher quality videos, publicize our activism to bring voices to a wider audience, pay our interns, and hire an executive director. Please consider supporting us.
The story of our world every day. Listen and your heart may open up. If ever you feel frightened of our world that's washed away, a mother is a mother, come to us. Women, 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 women. Women sew the fabric of our world every day. History of violence made